chills to delve in it's urgent. And 6 feet underground might as well be 6,000. Don't go crazy, like get lost in a gutter, baby. 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 Lost in a gutter, baby.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Gamerhood. I am Jason Hobbs, your host and game master. Tonight is Tuesday. We got the Tuesday nights all getting ready, primping their hair, adjusting their clothes, braiding their beards. Tonight, we're playing low fantasy gaming in the Lost Lake campaign. I don't have any intention of ever reaching the Lost Lake, and I don't think anybody else does. If we did, it would certainly be a surprise. As I always say, you can't have a game without players, so let's meet our players. All right, as you can see, Arlen and Taylor are both frozen in time because neither of them are making it. Let's meet everybody else. We haven't seen this guy in a while. Elliot, introduce yourself and your character.
What's up? I'm Elliot. I'm playing Launt, who is a cultist, is what it's called in the fantasy. I don't know.
Yes.
My brain's so fried after moving and being out for the last couple sessions. But yeah, looking forward to jumping back in. Apparently, we are now in a tomb, so that should be fun.
You haven't been in the tomb at all?
No, the last session I was in was when
You just came up
we
upon
killed
the
the
three
snake.
things? Yeah, okay.
we killed
Nice.
the snake and then went back. Yeah.
All right. Robert.
Hey everybody, I'm Robert. I'm playing Emery the Rogue. I've been in all of the sessions since session 7 for me. And then we were talking about what Hobbs's Twitch channel's name was, and so I wanted to ask Hobbs if he's just one step away from being a Satanist, since it's Twitch 665 or Hobbs 665.
Hobbs 665 refers to my old paintball team, which was 665 Almost Evil.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're one step
So you
away
were
from
far off.
Satanism.
You're the right end.
That's right. All right, Zach.
I'm Zach, playing Sigahilm, a Venori mercenary. I think this is session 5 for me.
Yeah, when I brought Zach on, he hit a lot of sessions. So good player to join in if you actually want people to show up, GMs out there, and not be moving or having kids or any of these other things that happen in real life.
Dude,
Yeah,
setting that
Elliot, you should put that off.
All right, I also played the Lost in a Gata theme. I miss that song. I don't know if I missed the campaign, but it's a good song, so happy to have that once in a while. Do we have any orders of business? Elliot was just saying that his last session that he recalls is fighting the two-headed snake at the top of the hill. Does anyone want to fill him in on what happened? Taylor? Nah, just kidding. Robert, you laughed. You have to go.
Sure. Taylor would be good because Taylor's always good with giving the recap. I'm more sparse because I look at my notes and my notes are all over the place. But
That's
I
good.
think since the last time Launt played, do you want me to go over all of that?
Just synopsis.
Yeah, quick brevity. I understand. So we did end up finding the entrance to the tomb underneath the trio of obelisks, and I'm trying to see what else we want to talk about that. First,
Were those
part
snakes
where we went.
attached to the columns?
No.
We just avoided those
Okay.
altogether after that. I mean, we kept an eye on them. I don't think they attacked us again, right?
There's only
Right.
one left. Yeah.
And then we saw it moving around, I think, but it didn't really sort of come out at us. And then we went down the first level. There were these niches. I can't remember if I did something. Something happened that triggered skeletons that were wearing bronze armor to attack us. We dealt with them. We also saw bas relief on the walls, indicating something about Araf Asama, the Sin Eater. And then we continued down to the second level in the last session. And in that first session, actually, we had discovered some sarcophagi, and it was under that sarcophagi that we had found a secret door that led down to the second level. So down to the second level, we found something similar, where it's like another part of the tomb. There were sarcophagi there. There were bas reliefs depicting cannibalism. Irks told us the story on the bas relief, which I don't have anything else besides that. I don't remember off the top of my head. And there were more of those skeletons, and also these magisters that erupted out of the sarcophagi, and it was really kind of a questionable situation. The Twitch stream seemed to think that we were going to have a TPK, but we managed to survive. And then we had on those magisters, they were wearing these I don't remember the technical name for them, but these sort of collars, and those we could sort of fit to the bas relief that was like these indentations that then opened up another passage further down. And so that's where we are now, I believe.
Actually, you went further down, and then you fought these chain creature.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Skeletons.
Yep.
And then you met up with the Sin Eater himself. I just realized I don't even think I have that stuff open. Oh, crazy. That's
right,
crazy talk.
Because Julian had this great discussion with the Sin Eater. The whole last part of the session was that.
That was terrible. So basically you've learned that some bad guy is the tomb of Eris Osama, who is the Sin Eater, is the one that's causing the blight all around. You also have learned that whatever's keeping him down here is weakening. And when you met up with him, he seemed to be almost tired of life and gave you the option of helping destroy these creatures that were causing problems and digging holes into the side of his crypt. And you can see that. I'll show you, I guess. And you also think that there is a human in these tunnels beyond. Does that cover it, Zach? You got anything else to say?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
It was a little weird with this guy. Now, after all this time, we find him, and then it's like not a big battle, but it didn't necessarily seem like a battle that could be won. So instead of fighting, you've tried to go and save whoever this human is, and then possibly we'll see what happens after that, I guess. So
I know there was a bit of a dilemma, right? I don't remember if it was Sigahelm, but this sort of dilemma about, are we working with this evil being?
Right. Well, we came to the tomb. I know some people were looking to save somebody. Sigahelm probably just wanted to loot a tomb. So I was along with that. But we killed his undead. Then we killed his greater undead, who said that they were the cause of the blight on the place. Then we get to him, and he's like, work for me to kill some bugs, and everyone was immediately on board with that. That struck Sigahelm a little bit odd. That we ought to be killing things and taking their loot rather than killing our way up to the boss and then saying, help you solve your infestation.
Yeah, so here we are in the old Roll20. I think I have Julian there still. I guess I should get rid of him. I'll put him over here with Shand. I'm assuming you're going to move Launt, the one-handed, up into the front. And you still have the ever-present Irks, fortunately. So if you look here, you can see, Elliot, that there is like this tomb has like a hole that's been burrowed into it. And you can actually see these creatures that seem to be munching on stone that actually have like a light that comes off of them.
Is the thing to the south?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Am I holding a light or something? Why am I glowing?
Your paladin thing. Or your cultist thing. Don't you have like a 30-foot radius thing that gives everyone a +1 to
yeah.
AC or something?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you just did it that way for the... Okay, yeah. Yep.
No, there's a light
Yes,
too.
I do. Okay.
Urks would have the lantern. I don't know how long it's been though, because I have 1 flask of oil. Maybe we already used one. I don't remember now.
It hasn't been that bad.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now what?
So I think we were right about to kill these bugs.
Okay. So how do you want to go about that?
We have an
Heading
archer in the
southward.
group still.
What's that, Elliot?
Sorry, I was saying, so we were heading southward, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Evil wanted us to kill the bugs, and there's supposedly a human, possibly Urks' buddy, trapped in there somewhere. Sighelm's not in great condition to be doing more fighting, but if you want to open fire on them, I'll brace with spear at least.
Right. And I think that was
how
part
bad,
of our.
How bad is Sighelm looking? Because I can only.
Yeah, he's about running at 50% now.
Okay. Before are we like, are they charging at us right now, or do we have a moment?
Nope. They like I said, they're just kind of shifting around and eating rocks and digging and stuff like that.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to say is that I think part of our motivation for why we didn't launch into attacking the Sin Eater is because we were kind of injured. We had just gone through a pretty major battle. And I think at least for a couple of us, maybe Emery and Julian, we thought this doesn't seem to be that bad of a trade-off when we might have a much more difficult time if we just decide to attack him.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, if Sighelm is looking bad, then I will go over and lay on hands on Sighelm, praying over him, saying, Solari even sees you in this darkness. And hold on. It's plus. Six health back.
Thank you. You people have some lucky gods.
Nice.
The only other thing I would ask is, looking at these beetle-like creatures more closely, do any of us have any like prior knowledge of them? Have we ever heard of them, seen them?
Launt probably does, I think, because you have that double on wilderness lore, right?
Wilderness. Yeah.
Um,
Wilderness and divine lore.
they're more of tunneling beetles that can spit acid. That's what helps them to be more easily burrow through walls and such. Why don't you make a wilderness lore check to see if you know more?
Great success. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, well, you can't be a better roll than that. You have heard people escape them because they find alcohol delicious. Like they would be distracted by alcohol.
And none of us probably have alcohol, right?
I don't know.
I don't have any on me unless
No.
unless it's in our regular rations.
It'd be good things to know when we find a base that we can sell some of this cursed jewelry.
But I don't know if you recall, Zach, but you do have that supplies capability now. Right? You're second level, aren't you?
Supplies. I don't see anything about that on my sheet. Did I
Well,
miss
did you
something?
as a fighter, let me see here. Yep, the class is called fighter, and one of the skills at second level is called supplies. By second level, you naturally anticipate and prepare for dangers and obstacles that lie ahead. At any time during an adventure, you may automatically add 1d4 mundane items to your equipment list. The items must have a common theme. For example, you might gain additional coils of rope, a grappling hook, and climbing boots, a cache of fire pots, and so on. Particularly expensive or bulky items may not be permitted at the GM's discretion. After using this ability, you may not use it again until you resupply at a village, town, or city. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know why I missed that when I'm wondering what I did take for my second level.
No, that's
I
just.
thought these are optional things.
No, you at second level. That's for your skill. I think you might be thinking about like the adaptables or something like that. That's a different ability. That's your. So at first level, you get deadly strikes and
Right, so it looks like a
adaptable.
grab, charger, and protect.
Right, so that's all part of your adaptable skill. But supplies is like a second. I don't know if it's a skill or class ability. I don't know what you would call it. Class ability, probably.
Yeah, I just missed that when I was leveling then last session.
It's no problem.
So it says you can get D4 things. And can't use it again until you are back to a village, town, or city. So this would be a one-use thing for it.
Well, it's D4 items, so if you could figure out, if you could get lucky on what those items should be, you might be all right. So you could roll D4. One of the things would obviously be like some strong alcohol.
Are you guys wanting me to magic in some alcohol then?
Well, didn't you say that there was someone who was wanting us to kill these things, or we were just trying to get past
I thought that's what we were supposed to do, was kill them. Isn't that what the Sin Eater dude asked us to do?
Yeah, so this guy right here, Elliot.
Yeah.
From this sarcophagus is the guy, all right? He is this Arafasamo that this whole tomb and all these different things have been built to hold within his prison. That's like what all those obelisks outside, not just the trio, but all of them that had some kind of magic in them. I don't know if you remember those or not.
Mm-hmm.
They seemed like they were being built by the Soon. So this guy was so bad even to the Soon, who are considered not necessarily wonderful culture, or civilization. Maybe consider them to be like the Mayans or the Aztecs. So with human sacrifice and that sort of thing. But the Sin Eater appears to have been entombed here in order to keep his magic and his evil from spreading any farther. But that happened in the Second Age a very long time ago, and in the interim, the things that have been holding him in are starting to wear out, and so that's why maybe like the vomiters were around, and the different flora up on the surface with those Mima mounds and all that are from. But so he has since asked you guys to do this, as opposed to maybe killing you or whatever. We don't really know. We didn't get into it. We have decided to go along with him. Here's what he looks like. Is it showing?
Yeah. Yes, it did. I just think it's interesting. Sigahelm was like, "Why are we doing this with this guy?" And now we're like, we could possibly have some alcohol, and we could just maybe lure these bugs off to the side, and then like not kill them. Who cares? We just lie to him. Who cares?
Yeah. Or Or if we
Is that what you guys want to do?
it could also be a last ditch. Like we could try to kill them if we get in over our heads, throw the alcohol to get them away from us. But,
Right. So here's the issue. I think we know that they're acid filled and they spit acid. We don't know how far they spit, and then my suspicion is that there may be consequences on killing them. We've already encountered animals or creatures where they might explode and shoot stuff at us. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of your goals are twofold. So he said there were bugs, and there are also these wolf lizards that are down here that have been attacking his tomb. So he wanted you to deal with both things, and also there is he senses a human down here. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, that's who we're assuming is Urch's buddy, right?
Yeah.
And my teacher, right? Or was it possibly the same person?
Chaplain Thelmond.
Thelmond? Yeah. Okay.
I think
so I was
there
more
was
concerned with trying to find him.
there was talk that it was possibly Eddard as well.
Right. Is Eddard his
Eddard is part of the Brazen Shield, so he was
Okay,
one
right.
of the mercenaries, but he was one of the more religious and was a friend to Thelmond.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to kill them or lure them away?
we could, either way, we could start out by trying to kill them and then see what the consequences are. And then if they're, it's going to be a problem for us, we could lure the rest away.
Yeah.
In which case, you probably want me to pre-magic up some booze.
It's not really magicking it up. You've always had it.
I'm pretty sure I didn't have it last session. I'd be drunk by now.
No, you always had it, and you just maybe forgot.
You know what? It's D4 items of a similar theme. Let's magic up some vinegar that I didn't have when fighting the vomiters.
Okay, and it's possible maybe you found it somewhere else, maybe on something else, or who knows. I mean,
Do you just want me to roll a D4, or
Yep, roll a D4.
is there like a luck check required or anything?
Nope, no check. It's you're using up an ability that you will not get until you have time to be somewhere else. So
It is just the booze alone, no vinegar. So don't get vomited on, guys.
it's back to the peeing. All right, what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I can take a pot shot at this one that's ahead of us. I don't know, where do people want to stand? You want to get further back?
We got a nice bit of a bottleneck in here. Might as well.
But we could pull back a little bit so that we're at the top of the bottleneck. But
Sure.
What was the second thing, Jason, that he wanted us to get rid of? The acid beetles and the
Wolf lizards? I don't think we've seen those yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess they're hairy lizards with big teeth.
Perhaps.
Okay, so I'll take a shot at this one.
Yeah. So they just are like minding their own business. So go for it.
Didn't think I signed up to be an exterminator, but you do what you got to do.
yeah, I like ready a spear for a charge. Is that a thing? Like in
Yeah, you can do a reaction. Yep.
Yeah,
then
I'm
I'll
readying
a
mine
spear
as well.
when they're charging. If they charge at us.
All right. So
It's AC
They
12,
launch shield wall.
you say the closest one.
Yeah.
the closest one. This guy.
All right. So that normally wouldn't hit it, but it's not moving or anything. So I will say that it does indeed hit it. It's not just because the carapace is strong. All right. And actually, that kills it. The light that seems to be given off by its lower portion does not wink out.
Okay.
And the rest of you guys are just waiting to see if they attack.
Yeah. Also waiting
Yeah,
to see what the
sure.
reaction's going to be killing this thing.
Like I said, you like kill it and
Like
it just
if it
kind of
blows up,
squelches and falls to the ground. It does not blow up. The other creatures seem to move off into some of the tunnels that are nearby.
And
Alright,
I also,
I like the lack of exploding. That's good.
yeah, I also look over at Arefasama, and is there any sort of effect on him on killing this thing?
Not that you've noticed.
Okay. Doesn't seem like he's suddenly stronger.
No, nothing obvious.
Okay. I obviously don't trust him, but we'll see.
I don't get the impression Emery trusts really anybody.
All right, what do we want to do?
I'm not a fan. Since they didn't come charging, I think that we're pretty good. Yeah, let's just move up cautiously.
As we walk by, nothing happens with the beetle carcass.
Nope. Like I said, it's still glowing gently.
And how are we doing on light sources? Like,
Erx is carrying a lantern, and I believe Emery said he's got another oil flask, so I think we're pretty good there.
okay. Okay.
I want to take a peek behind this rock. Anything hiding back?
No, but like I said, you do see various tunnels that are smaller and kind of just branch off. This whole area is riddled with them.
Okay, more like crawl spaces than something we can march down.
Correct.
These beetles, are they an appropriate size to be climbing out of them suddenly?
Yeah, you were pretty sure that's where the others went. It looked like they probably made them.
So guys, I would suggest then that we keep going forward looking for the wolf spiders, and if these things come jumping out of the tunnels, we use the booze as a get them off of us if they're, coming out all around and behind us.
Okay.
That
Sounds like a
good.
sound plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds good.
and if we can, keeping an eye out for some sort of opportunity of using it to bait a trap would be ideal too, to kill multiple of them.
Sure. I don't know that we necessarily need to hunt them down if they're scurrying away pretty quickly. I'm more concerned with them coming out while we're dealing with the wolf lizards or something.
And
Fair.
Jason, just a quick question here, because I don't think I ever tried recovering any of my arrows. So how does that work in LFG?
I usually give half of them back.
Okay. So this one's probably embedded in the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not going to waste. I'm not going to attempt to pull that one out. I'm still nervous about the acid in it, so I'll leave it.
All right.
I have
Sounds good.
marked that one gone.
Sounds good.
So it looks like we're heading off to the right. Correct?
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good. Anything that we
Yeah.
notice on the floor before we continue, like just the signs of the beetles?
Yeah, that's what you'd say.
And there's nothing on the walls that indicates anything else, like we don't see any evidence of bas reliefs here.
Nope.
It's all natural.
Yep. This is all natural down here.
Does it look like a pit ahead?
Yeah, it looks like a small chasm.
Tell Urs to go up there and shine his light down it and tell us what's in there.
He won't go by himself for sure.
All right, I'll go with
Nope.
him to have a look.
What do you mean? Sending me off on my own? All right, so when you guys do move up there, you hear a faint sound. X, is that you? Be careful.
Is it coming from within the pit?
Nope, it's coming. What the hell is going on here? From another place that I can't seem to get to. Oh, yeah, I can't hear this. Sorry. I got confused momentarily. You see him up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, up in the corner.
Yeah, he seems to be leaning against the wall.
Is that a buddy of yours, Lon?
Most likely you guys all recognize him as this Eddard fellow who was part of the Brass and Shields.
Eddard, are you okay?
I'm far from it, as I said. Be careful. Those damn lizards roam these halls. Have you seen Thelmond, whatever his name is, that guy that's missing?
No, we were hoping to find him here.
All right, apparently I did not put this where I thought I did. What a surprise. Not really. So, let me find what I'm looking for. Interesting. Maybe I never did it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to use this. All right. I know I wrote this down somewhere, but we'll just have to wing it. All right, yeah, so you can see that there's like a thing there, and there's a guy who seems to be wounded, and he's leaning up against the cave wall behind a rock pile there.
This crevice, can we see anything in it? How big is it?
It looks like it's about 15 or 20 feet long, about 5 feet wide at its widest point, and it just kind of like goes down, and you can't see that far just because of the rocky edges, but it's possible it goes down quite a ways.
I asked this guy, did the lizards come up from this?
No, not that I've seen. I believe they're off. Their lair lies farther to the east, and he weakly motions off to to that direction there.
All right, I'll come around then and have a look.
I'm gonna go over to him and look him over to see if
Yeah, what's his condition?
how he's doing. Yeah.
All right. So I think as Launt goes over there, and you guys seem to be like holding that area there, something has been attracted by your light. You can kind of see 3 creatures slinking forward about the length. Let me see. Let me find my notes. About the length of maybe like a puma or a panther, and but they certainly have like spines along their backs, and their faces resemble more of like some sort of dinosaur or raptor.
Oh, they got covered in here like I thought.
So that's similar to something that you guys have fought before, but the one you fought looked like it had been dead for quite some time and burnt.
Oh, that's right. We got into one of these things that was like zombified up at the top of the tomb. Yeah, with some of the skeleton guards, brought them all together.
Oh, right.
Hopefully, these ones are easier to kill than that one. It was a bit of a tough bugger.
All
The undead
righty.
usually are. By the way, Hobbs, the all of our cameras on stream are frozen.
Yeah,
yours.
that's because I'm looking at a different thing.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, whenever I leave it, like for whatever reason, if it's not on top or active, that's what happens. I don't know why. She
About
swallowed.
3 points.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly. All right, so that's what y'all see. Anything instantaneous that you want to do?
I'm planning on defending with bow and arrow, so I'm going to move back 1
All right,
square.
so you probably won't
feet.
be able
Can I
to
do that.
You probably won't be able to move yet until we roll for initiative.
Okay. I think that's instantaneous on my part. I'm very fast and quick. Lightning-like reflexes.
We shall see. All right, why don't we just roll our initiatives and then we'll know. Sounds like that's what we're doing.
Yes.
A great success. So you indeed get to take a step back and fire your arrows if you desire. Although, yeah, Lot did. Yeah, we only have 3 players, so here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot this one.
Do it.
Nice.
That was a good first shot of the session.
I told you. What did I tell you?
I guess the second.
Lightning-like reflexes, and I am the destroyer.
Easy. All right, let me see here. What do we got here? Points. All right. The destroyer, he says. You guys are badasses. It's true. Perfect. All right. 6 points of damage. Are the rest of you guys just setting to charge, so to speak?
Yeah. Setting spear or save.
Is anything else supposed to happen with a critical?
You do max damage.
Okay.
19 is the thing that lets you do like extra weird stuff based on your
Right.
weapon.
I don't know how much I like the weird term, but yeah,
Well,
it unleashes the
extra
extra things from your from whatever your weapon is, or if you're a monster, whatever you are as a monster as well. All right, so these things do indeed come rushing up. Helm, if you want to go ahead, you can use your spear.
Will do.
I'm assuming you're trying to like keep them from that getting past you in that area that you're in.
Yes.
So I think it would take a special, something special for them to be able to do that.
Okay. I am gonna try to set spear to receive this one that's already been wounded. Got an arrow sticking in him.
Go ahead.
But that ain't gonna do anything.
Nope, you try, but it easily avoids it. These creatures are lithe, quick, and extremely dangerous looking. Why don't you make... let me see here. What is a skill that would like probably coincide with possibly like military tactics or something like that? Let me look at the skill list quick.
I've got a leadership skill. I don't know that.
Is that a charisma or what is that?
It's charisma.
What's leadership do? Do we know? Sounds kind of cool though, doesn't it?
Leadership, inspiration, morale, intimidation, teaching, and having orders obeyed.
Sure. Let's do a leadership skill
What for? Sorry, what am I doing?
to see if that creature sneaks past you.
Ah,
It's going to be like a leadership versus its dexterity.
great success. My intimidating presence has kept them occupied.
So a great success. All right, yeah, that's not enough. So yeah, you're basically your presence and your knowledge of tactics keeps this creature at bay. It's not able to get past you.
Nice.
Instead, they
You'll
seem
be
to
all right,
be,
Emery.
they seem to be close and they seem to be snapping. All righty. I guess that's it. Lon, were you attempting to do the same thing, or were you busy with Eddard?
I was looking over Eddard whenever they went to attack. So yeah, that
But
was.
you did make your initiative, so you can go, I think. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it still makes sense of like I was about to look at him, and then when they yelled out that creatures are coming, then I spun to strike or whatever, I guess. So spear at AC 6.
That is a terrible miss, sir.
Yes, I figured. Came
All
out
right.
too quickly.
All right, so these guys are attacking. So the two around Sieghelm are just kind of like shifting around similarly. Even though they're feline looking, it seems that their tactics are more of that like a wolf. Wolves, like a wolf pack. Oh, shit. Where am I at? Where do I need to be? Oh, my God. There we go.
And everybody remember you have +1 AC.
All right, so a 14 is probably not going to hit. Is that correct?
No, my AC, I think it's 16 right now, but I gotta double check that.
All right.
It's either 15 or 16, so 14's not gonna hit.
All right. The other one kind of rushes up and tries to pounce on Launt. A 15.
15 is a. Where is AC again?
It's right under your initiative.
Oh no, 16.
All right, so that misses. So you fend it off, and it hits the ground near where Eddard sits. All right, so I think it is time for initiative again. They're kind of making like, hissing and rowing sounds, unlike any feline that you've ever seen, but it certainly reminds you of that. And Launt knows that if there are any other of these creatures here, which these things are called the Argus, it would likely draw them. Why'd you make that face?
Well, you said the two things. You said making a hissing sound unlike any feline. I think you meant lizard. Yes.
No, I still meant feline, but it's still like
Okay.
has lizard overtones.
Gotcha.
I don't think I could make that
And
sound
Yargus
if I
like
needed to.
Jagus from Monster Hunter, which the
Images from? Yeah, but
yeah.
I thought. Oh, it is. Yeah, I just misspelled it. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, in Monster
that's
Hunter,
what
yeah,
these are from.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Nice. This is totally an unofficial monster produced for the low fantasy game
in the
based
video
strangely off of the Monster Hunter video game. Any similarities or name that seem synonymous to such are merely and sheerly a coincidence.
Be prepared, everyone. There will be a greater one of these, which is slightly larger and does an extra move.
All right, so it looks like Emery is up.
All right. I'm gonna focus on the one that's with injured.
Go for it, bro.
Does that give me a chance of possibly hitting Sigahelm because they're in melee?
Yes. Don't you have an ability that allows you to sharpshoot into there, or no? You didn't take that, or maybe that's only
I didn't take that, and I've used up all my tricks and techniques. If it's a trick and technique,
I think it's like a sharpshooter for a ranger.
There's a ranger can do that where they can shoot without having to worry about hitting anybody else.
So in this game, if you fire into melee, I think it's just a percentage chance of hitting. Your frame. When using a ranged attack into a swirling melee, if you miss your intended target, there's a 33% chance you must re-roll the attack against a random ally. A target in melee generally counts as being half covered, gaining a +2 bonus to AC.
Yep, I'm still gonna go for the one that's injured. I think it'd be better for us to take that one out.
Okay.
All right, here it goes.
Oh, that's a hit.
That 6 more points of damage.
And another arrow streaks across its spiny back.
And then I'm going to take another step back.
All right. Nice. Oh, but that means you're the only one that gets to go. These creatures attack our man Sigahelm again. Miss terribly. And the last one tries to get to Eddard, seeing a wounded foe. But I'm assuming Launt tries to hold him off, interposing himself.
Yes.
Another miss. You guys, sometimes I roll like mad, but sometimes I roll like bad. All right. It looks like Launt can go, or Sigahelm. I don't really care, to be honest.
We're probably doing the same thing, stabbing with spears.
I think so.
Hit with
Good
AC
stab.
21.
That is a hit. How much you do?
5 damage.
All right. All right, you guys can see little bars above them to see how damaged they are, correct? This guy
I can't see the one
Oh, you can't? This guy is
in front of me. He's just in darkness. But
what they call staggered, if you can do something special against staggered. Oh, it's in darkness. You're in darkness. Oh, so you're like hiding. You're like fighting in darkness. You didn't light up a light or something while you were up there?
Well, I thought you said I technically had a. There was a light. Oh, it's Urix has the light. Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't tell if there was actually no light or if vision just wasn't set up on my token correctly. To be fair, that
the
has
light
happened before.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, shut your mouth. The light's on the other side of the rocks there, so it's probably some light, but it could be dangerous fighting though as well. All right.
Now, can I make an argument then, since we've had two rounds, right? Could Launt have called for some light, and could Urix have moved here?
Sure. Wherever here is.
I moved him on the screen.
Absolutely.
That way we both get light.
Light's important. All right, is it initiative time again?
I believe so.
All right, let's go for it.
Oh, okay.
Sigahelm.
Sighelm continues trying to stab this damn lizard thing. AC 13.
AC 13 is a hit.
Finally.
9 points of damage. A hefty Varnori blow that actually kills the beast.
I'm not in opportunist mode, so no follow up on that.
All right. Emery.
I will attack again with the short bow. So is this one considered in melee?
Yes.
Okay.
Emery, beyond them, you think you can see some lithe, dark shapes moving forward at high speed through the tunnels.
In this direction?
Yep.
Okay.
You would
Well, if
probably
I
be
see
able to
that-
see them, but Urks is hidden behind the thing blocking the light. So funny.
I'll mention that to everybody. We got something else coming up.
All right.
And it looks like I missed.
Okay. And I believe that means it's their turn. All right. Looks like we got 1 and 1. We'll do Launt first. All misses. Man, I think my roller is busted. Launt.
All right. I want to. I'm gonna stab him, but can I attempt to, with the stab, push him forward or back rather, and step forward into his face? Isn't that the
Minor
what's the term in this?
exploit, it sounds like.
minor exploit?
Yeah. So you have to hit him and do some damage.
Oh. AC 19.
That is a hit. And now we will make opposed strength rolls.
Strengths. Okay.
All right, so I made it by 2.
I feel.
All right,
By
so
1.
you did not push him back.
Okay. Do I still do the damage from the attack,
You do.
or
indeed.
does it cancel the whole thing? Okay.
Nope, you do indeed. 4 points.
That's 4
correct?
damage. Correct.
All right, nice. He is now staggered. So in low fantasy gaming, staggered can, I don't know if it is actually staggered. There's one, it's staggered or something, but it basically means they're likely at half hit points, and then that also allows some certain effects to take hold.
Yeah, there's ranger abilities that went off of staggered. I remember.
Pretty sure there's thief ones too.
Yes.
Rogue.
There's finisher.
All right. So, is that everybody? Or now it's initiative time again.
Yes.
Yeah, let's roll it, you guys. What is this, round 4?
I think it's 4.
4.
Success. Finally.
Awesome, Siegerhelm.
Sighelm still stabbing.
Stabbinzy.
AC 13 for 8.
Just barely hits.
It's
Oh,
a
you know
bit
what we
hard
didn't
line.
do? Hobbs, you know what we didn't do? I missed on that last bow attack, too.
Yeah, so? Oh, the
Isn't there-
33%?
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you roll it? Oh, so that means...
That I do need to re-roll the hit, right?
Yep.
Are you shooting me?
Mm-hmm.
This is from the last round, actually.
He misses you. But an arrow does kind of chink off of your armor. From behind. Everyone
Sorry.
knew it was Emery is always terrible. An evil man. How much did you do?
8.
All right, so this guy is staggered already. Unfortunately, the friends are quickly approaching. All right, so who wants to go next? Lot and Emery.
I think Want should go first. Let me decide if I
Sure.
want to shoot or not.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try to again to like knock him back into the hallway here.
All right. All right.
AC 17.
That hits.
Success by 5.
Let's see what we got here. By 2. So no, you do not knock him back. Oh wait, no, that is better. Never mind. You do knock him back. How much did you do? 7?
7 damage, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to drop my bow and draw my short sword and then attack the one that is staggered.
Quickly now, get in there, help me. Quiet, it irks you, irksing fellow. Go ahead. Now my NPCs can talk to each other. It'll be fun.
And then I'm going to use Finisher if I can, if I hit. Ah, look at that. I don't know if it will even be needed. So Finisher is once per staggered target. After you successfully hit with a melee attack, you may add your backstab damage.
Yeah, he is still alive.
Nice.
Okay. That's a D8.
Now he isn't. So, Emery, what's this look like?
I think I would say it was kind of turned, clawing at Sigahelm, and then I just come right up and classic rogue style, stab it right in the back of its skull.
Aye. All right. So it makes that sound, but then goes limp as its spine is severed. Its lifeblood spills onto the floor. All right, then. That's everybody?
My moniker is true. I am the destroyer.
Law, you can take an attack as this one flees.
AC 16 hit.
It does indeed. Chop it
Solari
down.
finds you in the darkness.
Unfortunately, the light isn't enough as another one leaps from the darkness towards you.
Oh shit.
The last one attacks. Ooh. Emery, the destroyer. Pouncing from the darkness. Alright, the top one will be launched. Oh my goodness. Miss.
Wow.
All misses. This is quite the opposite of what my games are normally like. Alright. But I'm cool with it, if you guys are. Alright, initiative. Let's finish this thing off. 6 rounds we're at. Oops. Damn it. Was that loud? Hit my mic.
All right.
You're good.
Anyone can attack that so wishes.
At AC 18 for 6.
All right.
And Emery right there with me.
19 for 6.
All right. So you guys quickly dispatch this beast.
AC
10
15
bucks.
for 7.
All right.
Hobbs, did you toggle the easy mode on
I did.
for tonight?
Easy mode. All right. I think this one is going to come in there and kind of rolls over, gets stabbed by your spear, and tries to feline its way out of there. You can attack it again. Vaunt.
Aha! Oh, AC 14.
That's enough. All right, and you stab it. It's dead.
Did I literally roll? Yep, I hit AC 17, 16, 15, 14 in order.
You don't want to keep fighting,
Nice.
man. It's going down
Decreased
from
by
here.
1. Yeah, I know. That's-
All right. So now what?
So I'll go back and pick up my short bow, and then I'll try to retrieve any usable arrows because I'm down to very few. And so, is it round down?
Sure.
Sure. Sure. It's not round up.
Correct. You already decided.
Bernard, how many of these things did you see?
It's impossible to tell them apart. Have you seen Thelmond?
Oh, like I said, that's what we were. Thought perhaps he was down here with you.
He tried to escape. He called to the Seven. And I'm not sure how he did it, but he went looking for help. But Erks was gone. I'm glad to see he's still alive, I suppose. But what now? I believe the path lies to the east that we can escape. What lies to the west?
West. His back that way is a tomb.
Sounds dangerous.
Were
Thelmond said
there
something.
any other passage?
No.
There.
Thelmond said something of some kind of sin eater being imprisoned down here.
That would be the guy. How did you get in here then?
There's a path to the east, leading up and out into the strange mounds above.
Okay. And when did you last see Thelmond?
It's difficult to tell. I've been in and out of awakeness for quite some time. I haven't eaten in many days.
How did you survive down here when these things just attacked us?
Quietly. And also I was blessed by Thelmond, of course, and the Seven.
Can you say a prayer for us?
He can't. No, it was done by Thelmond.
Oh.
It was
Well,
Thelmond that blessed me.
Maybe you
Well,
learned
good.
something when you were with Thelmond.
I could, but I fear my capabilities are nothing compared to Thelmond's.
Did Thelmond say anything else about this Sin Eater? Or do you know anything else about him?
No, I know very little. Only what Thelmond deciphered from the strange stones above.
And he went off to the. Well, you said west, north.
I believe he
Thelmond-
tried to escape and was headed towards high ground to see if he could spot a way out of the jungle or find any others from Lord Tarkin's caravan. That's not the right name, but Lord Venka's caravan.
Ah, yes, Lord Venka goes by many names.
So true, so true.
So he's hungry. I'll give him a ration.
Oh,
I
Thank
still
you.
do. If we have time, I wanted to look over him to see if he was actually like seriously injured in any way.
yeah, he looks like he's pretty messed up, like he's been gnawed on a few times.
Okay, if we have a moment, can I try to like pin to his wounds? I'm not gonna lay on hands, just through a medical kit,
Sure, how's that work?
healer's kit. Let me double check it. Okay, so it says it gives extra wounds recovery on long rest, but then also advantage on injury recovery times. And finally, it can also be used to stop poisons and diseases.
Sweet.
And it has a number of charges, and I have 10 left.
Nice. What's that mean mechanically? Sorry, I stopped paying attention. Not purposely. I just got distracted.
It was extra hit points on long rest. That doesn't matter. The only thing I think that potentially would apply here is if he has any actual injuries, it decreases
speed?
advantage on injury recovery time.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Like one of his limbs seems not being able to be used very well. Like his leg is wounded.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll use healer's kit to like help that heal faster, basically.
All right. Perfect.
Right. I'm not sure if that just does it if I use the healer's kit, or do I need to roll and succeed an apothecary check?
I think you can just do it.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like it's that fantastic of a.
No, and I think the apothecary check was more for like dealing with poisons and diseases and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to find Thelmond. I care little for this sin eater that is entombed here, but what do the rest of you think?
You're asking, do we want Eddard to come with us, or?
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was wanting to come with us. No,
He definitely would
Something?
come with you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to leave him down here. There's a path up to the east. I think we need to continue exploring to the east, get him to the surface at least. If we have other business down here, we can leave him up on the surface and come back.
Yeah, and I think that's the question, is if we're just trying to get out of here to go look for Thelmond, or if it was to go and either kill or do the bidding of the Sin Eater.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to kill him. I think everyone got a pretty bad vibe from him in terms of power that he possesses. Did we do the bidding of the Sin Eater yet? Yeah, he wanted us to kill some things. We have. Unfortunately, what's his name's not here. He was really wanting to negotiate for a sword. I wasn't as involved in that negotiation, so I can't really say.
Okay.
I think we send Erks back and find out if we've done the Sin Eater's work.
What the hell are you guys doing, you whack jobs?
Sorry, I've been moving Urks so far this time. I didn't realize you were moving them.
I'm going to show you what the area. Why would you want Erks in the back row?
I don't.
Okay. Well, someone.
We're just messing with you.
Oh shit. I'm just going to show you what the area looks like. It seems like you've finished off all of the creatures that that were in. Oh wait, you did find like see these bones here. This does look like some sort of lair that you could pilfer if you wish.
Oh yeah, let's pilfer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's wait a moment.
Go poke around those bones and see what we find in there.
Poke it with my spear first. Make sure that we've already dealt with enough skeletons rising up that I don't want to see that happen.
So you find some human skeletons, you find animal skeletons, and amidst it you find that treasure.
Woohoo!
Nice.
The gold ring, does it? I mean, with the design, does that just appear to be something that is just decorative? Doesn't have any sort of.
How would you know?
Well, I'm a rogue. Does it just look like any other sort of gem encrusted ring?
It looks like a golden ring with geometric designs on it.
Okay.
Like you could try to sense magic on it if you wanted to, just by sitting there playing with it and just kind of, waiting for a second to see if anything crazy happens or something.
If it's quick, then yes. If it
10
takes
minutes.
10 minutes, yeah, no, we'll move on.
Okay.
One of us will pocket it for now.
All right. So there's another chamber up here. I don't really see the point of forcing you to slowly walk through here to not have anything happen. And here you can find an entrance up. And you have found yourselves back to the top of the surface where the Mima mounds are.
All right. And how's Eddard looking from this? He's walking around okay at this point?
He's definitely hurting, and maybe he picked up a bone or something and wrapped like a bit of cloak around it to try and use it like as a crutch or a cane or something. Let's see if we can get this thing to work. Not so far, right? I thought we had it working once. I don't know.
I see a token, but I don't see anything else.
I thought we had this thing working once.
We have before.
In all honesty, I'm not sure it matters that much. You guys are headed to the southwest where the hills are, right?
Yeah, I think so, because he said that Thelmond specifically went to go look for high ground.
Boom. I did. There, we'll just do that so you guys can see the map in all of its glory.
Cool.
All right.
So this was done between a mix of Hex Kit and Roll20.
Oh, looks good.
Yep.
Alrighty, so you guys are gonna. It's probably evening by now, so you guys are in this hex still, where the Mima mounds are.
Yeah, can we go ahead and camp the night? I think we could probably use a rest.
Yeah, man, for sure. So you're gonna take a short rest.
Yeah, I think that's probably good.
So I don't know if you guys remember all the trouble with the short rest and trying to figure that out, like how many times you get a check and all that shit. So one of the house rules that I've established, or maybe I already told you guys this, you just get 2 checks each short rest, but you only get 3 of them between each long rest. We already
I actually don't need a short rest. I just
so you don't have to use any checks
a
if
rest.
you don't wish to.
And we have to roll something to see if the check was successful, right?
Yep. It's a will check. So you get 2 of them plus your con bonus for that period of time.
Okay, and then in my notes, I have that I've made these short rest checks before. Did we have a long rest in there too at some point?
You had one, but then you also took a few short rests, I think, while you were checking out the tomb.
Okay.
So how many checks did you do?
I don't think my note taking is good enough because I've made a
I've
short
got a
rest
note
check.
that I've done 2. I don't know if you did the same as me.
That's what I have, yeah.
Okay.
I have on mine character sheet. I had number of rest checks left 3. But that's what I had written down.
What I'm wondering is if you just the third one or not. I don't know. Like the sheet on Foundry actually keeps track of it, and this other guy I played with, he's got like a nice API set up. So like you click a button and it tells you how many you have, and it takes them off as you go, which was pretty cool. I have not done that. I'm more into crazy ass maps and fun voices, and I don't know, giving books away. Anyway,
Yeah, you don't need to have that in the sheet. I mean, I should be better at making these notes, but I think that's what I have is I've done 2.
Okay, so you get one more.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that you'd have some launch because you haven't played since then, since when they would have used them all.
So you're saying I could do 1 if I wanted to?
Yep, 2 checks. Be your last one.
Okay, and then can I do that for tricks and techniques then?
Yeah, so when you take a short rest, you get 2 checks, then you can spend them on different things. One is
On like half hit points or something?
recover half of any lost hit points plus con bonus. Recover 1 use of an extended class ability, or recover 1 reroll pool die. But you can only do do 1 hit point recovery per short rest.
Okay. So if I get this, then I could get 1 of my class abilities back.
Yeah, you get 2 rolls though. Every rest. Long.
But I have to use both? 'Cause I only need to use 1.
There's no reason not to. I mean, but if you have nothing
okay,
else to do, then it doesn't matter. You just lose it if there's nothing else for you to do.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I'm already at max hit points. I'm at max reroll. I just got my other feature back, and it doesn't make luck go up, does it? No.
Nope.
It doesn't.
One more roll, Emery.
I get another one also?
Yeah, every short rest you get 2 will checks.
Okay.
Both failures, the same exact thing. So
But you
get
can only do that 3
nothing.
times between long rests, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's what's confusing me.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I thought you were saying that, but you only get 3 total checks between long rests, but you can spend 2 per.
each
short
one is
rest.
2. Yeah, it used to be you get 1,
Yeah.
2, or 3 checks. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to explain it to you anymore because we don't need to do it that way. It makes no sense to change the rule and then just keep on explaining it.
I'd really like you to diagram this out for us, please.
Yeah, but so if I
Sorry.
spend 3 checks at one time,
Shut up.
then no.
All right, so you guys rest for the night, I'm assuming. Let's see if anything happens in the jungle.
Yes.
And then we're going to head into the next hex. And you have Eddard and Erks now in tow. You guys are climbing a mountain. So let's roll on here and see what that does. Page 130. So if anyone's actually interested in this campaign, I am running this as actual hex crawl, starting it the same way that these guys started it in at Con of the North during President's Day. The characters will start in the camp. There'll be pre-gens. I'll probably make them 2nd or 3rd level, a little better than you guys, and then we'll play for 4 hours. But wherever they go, they go. I'm assuming their thought process will be, hey, let's find a way to get out of the jungle, make some checks, and try and head off. But who knows? We don't know. And then I'm also running the Skink Hole Sinkhole, which is where your first character died, Elliot. Where those little skinks were at the waterfall, and you guys, I said there were people trapped inside there. One of them was being sacrificed on that wall. The characters are actually going to start inside there and then have to free themselves, and then they can do whatever. It'll be a short scenario getting started, and then they will probably try to escape the jungle. And that'll be happening at BSRCon at the end of this month. So I think it's full. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention, I guess, but I think it's full. Anyhow, let's see.
I think it probably is.
Zach, why don't you roll a d20? An 8. All right, so this is a world building. So this is one of the cool things I think it does. So basically, your travel is relatively uneventful, providing ample time for study and contemplation. One player may propose a new piece of world building, such as a place, a history, an NPC, a legend. If most of the tables entertain and the GM agrees, the proposed material becomes part of the setting. Plus, you get an advance at the end of the session. But if it's not, we all get to punch in the nuts. All right. Who wants to go for it? Anybody got anything? No? Do you want to take a break, a 5-minute break to get your water and think about it? Well, that'll be nice, right? We're about halfway.
Sure.
All right, everybody. We are going to take off, and then we will be wowed by one of these players. Someone is going to get an advance. I'm positive of it. But we don't know who yet. Until then, we'll be back in 5. 2 and 2.
I would recommend Mont.
Well, I've done it before. That was why. I think, Emery, you're the only one who hasn't done the advanced yet, and I level up next session, technically.
Oh, I thought I had done the advancement once before.
You've done a level. I don't think you did one of the free advancement things.
I did.
Oh, you did also? Okay, so
Yes.
all three of us have done it then.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. We are back. Kustash, that's a fine way to do it as well. I should let you guys know. These are the things that you can win. Oh, my head's in the way. I should do it this way. Eldritch Tales soft cover. So if you're in the drawing, you could win the soft cover of Eldritch Trails. Or Class Toolkit Compendium. I might even add one other thing, if anyone's interested in that. I don't see it. I thought it was up here. All right. Screw y'all. I guess that's all your options. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, here we go. The other option, you can get one of those two, or one of these zines. This is The Half Men of Hirsute Hollow, a DCC adventure by yours truly. Here's Hobbs and Friends number 1, The Excavation of the Tomb of Lorna Nain. It's like a mini mega dungeon setting. So it's got like this whole little area here with like caves and all sorts of fun stuff. There you go. I showed it to you, Zach. I don't know if you've seen it before, but anyhow, pretty fun little adventure. It's a little zine. It's about 32 pages, I think. Pretty dense. And then the last thing would be Bettleby Ridge, a setting for probably more like OSE or Swords and Wizardry or whatever you want. It's also set in my Emergent Empires. So those are your options. You can choose from any of those things. If you win the drawing. Ouch, shit. Exciting stuff. Coming up next on the Gamerhood, we have a game of OSC in Legendary Kalmata on Thursday, I believe. And then we have maybe a game on Sunday. I haven't decided if we're going to start this Sunday or next Sunday, but and then, on next Tuesday we have this game, and then Wednesday is the Midlands, and then the Saturday after that, Kalmata again. So pretty busy at the Gamerhood. That is the 122, I think, would be that Kalmata game, which we'll draw to see who wins the next raffle. All right. Looks like some guys
Saturday?
Filtering in. What's that?
You said that's a 122? That's a Saturday?
I believe it is, yes. I don't know for sure, though.
It is. Looking at my calendar.
Yeah, maybe I should look at my calendar before I start talking about shit like that.
I thought you said you had a hard copy calendar sitting right on your desk. No?
I used to.
Oh, that's the one that you were talking about with Arlen, I think.
Yeah, I lost it, though, where I had every single game that I was running. That's how I was keeping track of stuff.
Did you promote that yet tonight? What is it? Something Pelham's Wasteland?
Live from Pelham's Wasteland. Arlen Walker interviewed me on Live from Pelham's Wasteland. If you want to listen to us talk about the games that we played in 2021 and the games we're looking forward to in the future. The real funny stuff has nothing to do with that, though, I don't think. But maybe not. It all depends. You can check out his podcast. Like I said, it's called Live from Pelham's Wasteland. Or you can listen to Random Screed. I've been doing episodes of that, which are seeming to get some traction. If from no one else, from me. All right, so
there's the question of whether Hobbs's term turgid sci-fi, the turgid part really means what he thinks it means.
There are people asking that, yeah. So would you agree that turgid is it synonymous with hard or solid or semi-solid?
No, when I look it up, turgid is
Tediously pompous.
Hideously pompous? No, that's not what turgid is.
Turgid is excessively ornate or complex in style or language, grandiloquent, like turgid prose. Yeah. Or it's swollen or distended as from fluid, bloated, a turgid bladder, turgid veins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yes, with
so hard,
to
right?
Language or style, it can be tediously pompous.
Enlarged.
No, you don't consider that. The bladder isn't hard after it's bloated or enlarged. You guys ever touched a bloated corpse before?
You say that like that's a typical thing. Go around.
I didn't mean a human. Corpses. I have. I used to live on a farm, so it's inevitable. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to do another podcast.
Why don't you just call it hard sci-fi?
Because I don't want hard sci-fi. That's the point.
You want bloated sci-fi?
I want semi-hard, flaccid,
Swollen, but
flaccid,
still-
flaccid sci-fi.
It's like there's soft cheese, there's semi-hard cheese, and there's hard cheese.
Nobody asks for the church and cheese.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, but nobody asked for the flaccid cheese either. But I'm vegan, so I don't talk about cheese.
That's vegan cheese.
Yeah, but it's not. They have none of those terms for vegan cheese. I guarantee you. All right, let's slip into something more comfortable, like the tabletop, and we can discuss what's up. Who's going for it? Anybody have anything, or are we just giving up on these advances?
Well, so what is it that we have to do for the advance? It's telling a story.
Or just supply. One player may propose a new piece of world building. Place, history, NPC. It could be background. It could be whatever. Doesn't matter.
Can it be where we are right now?
Not if it's. I don't know. Like you can't say, "Oh yeah, we just happened upon this great cache of equipment." No.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Something that's just like a detail, but it has nothing to do with like changes our status or anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Boosts our morale, perhaps.
Sure.
But Elliot, you had something though.
Oh,
I
no,
had one thing in mind.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Now, the only thing that came to mind is as we're climbing this mountain, these curious little creatures come popping up out of the fauna. Fauna. I got that right?
Flora. They come popping
flora.
out of the flora. They would
Flora.
be
They
fauna.
are the
They
fauna.
are the fauna. And they're these albino marmosets that seem to be very curious about us and sort of like climb on us, and we maybe give them a little treat here, and they delight us in this momentary
Respite.
time yes, from the dangers we have just recently faced.
All right, cool. What why are they albino? Do we know?
There's legend that holds that I don't know. There are these albino marmosets, and if you happen to come across them, they give you luck.
Oh, they give you luck. Nice.
Whether that's real or not, who knows?
All right. Anybody? Anything got anyone to add on to that? You guys think that sounds like a cool piece of lore for these for the Surat jungle? Elliot.
Yeah, it is interesting. He would probably take it as a sign from Soleri, as well as I saw something similar in whenever becoming a chosen of Soleri. So it would be a good sign of luck then.
Cool, Zach.
I'm sorry, you said there's more vermin on this. Do we have to kill them too?
Oh, they're friendly. They
Look,
delight us.
food.
They like climb
Everywhere
on
I
us.
go, people are wanting me to kill vermin.
They're cute little monkeys.
All right. I think that deserves an advancement, and everyone can roll a d6. If it's even, you get a point of luck back.
Right.
No luck for ye.
That story was full of shit.
They're lucky, but you guys are unlucky. All right, as you rise up the mountain, you've been climbing up it for a large portion of the day. When on the wind coming from slightly up the mountain, you can hear a human cry of pain. And this is when you happen upon an area You can kind of see maybe you're up a little higher and you're looking down at it from, a few hundred yards away.
And that's where we think the scream's coming from.
Yep.
Ooh, there's a lot of critters there.
Are those the lizardmen that attacked the caravan?
They are not. All of you are familiar with these beastmen known as Scorn. But these guys don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be toiling, clearing up the foliage and looking for something. Farther down. Oh, they're not even showing up. Son of a biscuit. You can see makeshift tents. Sorry. Some makeshift tents in that ruin on the hill.
Is that where the sound seems to be coming from?
Yes.
Well, Eddard, it sounds like Thelmond's up there. Why don't you go ahead and retrieve him and return right here? We'll just wait for you.
And I think that you guys can look even from you don't have to be on top of a mountain to get a lay of the land. So I think what we can say is that the path out of the jungle is going to be obviously to the west and the north. Because you really wouldn't be able to see straight west because you're like on this probably the northeastern side. But so it's like 30 miles and 35 miles to the north or 30 miles west. 24-ish miles west. You could do it through the hills. Well, it's about 1 day per hex. So you're still a few days out.
Where was on the other map? Sorry, did you say that the yells were coming from where the tents were, or down where the guys are toiling?
The tents.
Wow.
Have we been spotted?
Nope.
Do you guys want to try to creep our way down to the tents then and avoid the workers?
Yeah. Yes.
The idea of Scorn working seems pretty strange to all of you, as they're like a warlike. All they do is fight and breed.
Must either be of great importance or something particularly strong is forcing them to do this.
Well, I applaud them on their new vocation. I don't want to interrupt the development there.
Well put.
And were these the things that attacked us in our caravan?
No.
No. Okay.
No. You guys were attacked by Saurian lizard men.
Which we have never encountered in this campaign, except for off screen.
That's what you guys fought. And that's what attacked the caravan. These dudes
That's a cool lizard man picture.
look like this.
Ugly guys, huh?
Yep.
They are indeed.
Are they mutants?
No, they seem just like proto-men. Men of an age long past, forgotten. Uncivilized.
Well, it looks like there's plenty of foliage along the way. Does it look like we could probably skirt around them to the tents pretty well?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what we'd like to do, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, and then just scale the hills up to it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's fine.
Do you want
Why don't you
us
just
to
move your guys where you want to go, and we'll see if there's. You could. Why don't you guys make like a group stealth roll, and then we'll go from there. I think while you're traveling, you do spot something lounging in the lee or the shade of a tree. You think you see what might be ruling over these. Scorn.
Oh, is that thing we fought before that ran away?
Oh, it's an Urson. Yeah.
Arson, yeah. Is that what it looks like?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, that guy was pretty big. Emery, you got our stealth checks that apply to the whole group, or did you want the whole group to roll?
It's a group check, so everyone needs to roll. So that's just you, Zach, that's left.
Yeah, got it.
Law doesn't have stealth.
No.
Nice. Doesn't really matter, though.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah,
he just
so-
relies on his extremely high dexterity.
You guys just make your way slowly and quietly along the hill as the sun is slowly setting.
Getting close to this, can we see any life around the tents? Do we hear more crying?
So now that you've moved, you're kind of down in a hill, and now you're climbing up. So you really can't even see the hill because of it's above you now, right? And the walls block it off. But yeah, the crying is fallen to sobs, and maybe just slightly under the sobs and the moans of pain. You can hear a soft chanting to the seven. It's most certainly Thelmond. What up, dog? Come on, Cleo. Come on, Cleo.
Alright, there you go.
All
Good night.
right.
Oh, someone else has a friend too.
Hi, hello.
Ah,
Hello here. What's happening, mate?
Yeah,
Cleo.
yeah.
Cleo is in her customary spot.
Right. Oh, we must save Thelmond quickly.
Yes. I don't really want to skirt the north side with that big bear thing that we saw there. How tough does this hill look to scale up?
It looks like you could do it, attempt to do it quietly. You guys all made stealth checks, and so I'm not going to make you roll those rolls. So you're going to be able to do it quietly. But it's about this time, because it takes you guys a while to pick your way quietly and slowly and stealthily along the hill and valley here to reach it. You can hear someone like barking orders down at the others, and the Urson is making his way up the path now. You can't really see him from where you guys are, though.
Okay. I've got climbing gear, so I could try to get up this first and then, leave rope and stuff for you guys to follow up. And maybe we can, take cover and see what this Urson does.
Yeah, sounds good. I've also got a grappling hook
Yeah.
and rope.
He just seems to move up into the compound. And you guys, not that you had sight of him, but he just seems like he's speaking maybe to others, like there may be more Urson in there.
Well, it seems like now is a good opportunity to at least make our move up there.
Yep.
Is this a wall that we're on this side too? Like,
Yep.
is that raised up?
Yep, it's a raised up area. You can see where where it's longer, it's taller. Are you guys leaving Eddard and Erks down there?
Probably.
I would say leave them down there and leave our ropes so that it's ready for a getaway if we want to slip out back this way.
Right.
Yeah.
You can
Go to
see
this corner.
you can see down the hill that the Scorn look like they're just like trying to take as much rest as they can, just in the lee of the, where the wind is. They're trying to stay out of what rain there is, and they're just kind of like huddled amongst the ruins down there.
What can we hear from inside?
Make a detection check, everybody.
Great success.
All right, in this area, Lant is the ghost pain of his hand seems to be bothering him. He doesn't know what's happening, but it sounds like someone's rummaged around just on the other side of the wall. But you would guess that the other sounds are coming from this area over here.
The sounds of the earthens or the sound of the person?
The person.
Okay.
And
How
what
high
is
is this wall?
It looks like some sort of obelisk.
Okay.
How high is this wall?
Where you guys are right now, it's only a few feet high. Here, it's almost a full 10 feet. Then it looks like there was like a window or a doorway there. You can't see what I'm doing, can you?
No.
Sorry. Here, where you guys are, see how it's like lower and there's only a couple blocks there, so it's only like a couple feet tall. Here, it's probably 10 to 12 feet high.
Where's here? I'm still at singing
You
point.
can't see my pointer?
No.
Oh, shit. I thought I moved that.
No.
Here we go. Here, where you guys are, is only a couple feet high at this corner. But as it goes up, you can see it raise up to like maybe 12 feet high, slowly raise up to 12 feet high. And then there's like a doorway there, or a walkway or a window at one point. So that's only maybe a few feet high. And then this is an average of 5 or 6 feet high. And then it moves back up into the 10 feet area over here. But you can kind of peer through here to see different things. Like you can see in this tent almost, you can see.
Do we want to try to go in here?
You can see an Urson.
Well, yeah, I'd like to go to this wall here since we can hear crying from here and see what I can see here. It looks like I could probably slip over here if we wanted to grab the guy.
I'm gonna move to this one, and then if Sighelm is looking like he's going to move in, then I'll stay here to try to potentially draw attention if I need to at this window.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way we can kill all these things. Like, I think a single one of them nearly took us down, right? If I recall.
We did a little bit to it, but yeah, he threw a body at us, and then we didn't actually fight it, right?
I don't think so. I think we did a bunch of damage to it, and it ran away.
Okay.
I knew it threw a
We did
body
a bunch
at us.
of damage and it wasn't enough to take it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Hobbs, from where I'm at, I can see these guys. I think the crying's in here. Does it look like I could slip in there unnoticed and try to rescue a person?
So this level here is at ground level of the top. This is 10 feet up. This is even 10 feet up from there.
Still not seeing your icon again.
Yeah,
I
son
mean,
of a bitch.
I get probably what you're saying, that
Yep,
is above.
This is like ground level. This is 10 feet up. And then this up here is 10 feet up from that. So this area here, the ground is 20 feet above you guys. This guy looks like he must be some leader type. He looks a little bigger and stronger and like covered in like ritualistic scarring. This guy looks wounded. Like it's very possible that he is the one that you guys fought previously.
Hmm.
And then there, like I say, there's 3 of these, 4 Urson with 1 leader. From your angles, you can't really see what's up inside in here, but you think that's where you hear like the chanting and the granting of solace.
And so, is there any way on the outside to scale it to climb up directly into that tent?
So it looks like the tent is moored from that, and it's like a lean-to that's kind of coming down. So we have to cut through. Most likely, you'd have to scale here or on this. Ah, shit! I keep on changing here. You can either have to go through and then go up the stairs, or scale up, cut through, or like kind of sneak through, or somehow. Yeah, it doesn't look necessarily easy, but you guys certainly seem like everything is unaware of what's happening.
Quietly whisper to Sighelm that I think I can cover them if you and Emery want to go in, get Thelmond, and get out of here. Because
Go in now.
I have a plan. Climb, or come in through the window and go up. You'll have a moment to. I can read the entire area in fog, is what I can do. Make it so that no one can see anything, or they can't at least. And then, if the 2 of you can slip in.
We can, but we don't have a stairway over here, right? The stairway is over here, so we'd have to try to climb.
We would climb in right here.
You climb there, yeah.
Okay.
And run up the stairs. I think that would be doable.
And how big is this, Hobbs? This wall right here?
It's like 5 or 6 feet, but that level there, I don't know which one you're at. Sorry.
We're saying if we wanted to climb right here, as he does the fog, to get onto this middle level, that look doable to us?
Yeah, for sure. But it is a decent climb. It'll probably take a check, and probably like a failure may bust your silence.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we gotta do something.
It's up to you all if you think you can make the climb. Yeah.
I'm a pretty good climber.
Yep. Then, whenever they're ready, I will. Let's see, what does it even look like when I make everything fog in 120 feet or 20-foot radius, so 40 feet across, 40-foot cube, and 120 feet of myself. I guess I kind of pray and smoke and ash come pouring out of my mouth and start to seep out in a trail over to, let's see, here. So it's covering essentially 5, 10, 20. Essentially most of the right half of this whole area.
Okay.
Fog remains until the duration ends, which is 1d4 hours.
How big is it?
20-foot radius. So
40 feet-ish.
Yeah.
40-foot diameter.
Yeah, that was the word I was.
Good.
Yep.
You want me to put something in there? Just kidding. We should be good. All right. So it sounds good. So who's climbing?
Sighelm will go first.
And then I'll go.
Does
Go
the
afterwards.
climbing gear give me a advantage on the check?
So the climbing gear is like pittons and such like that, but I don't think you're going to be putting pittons in the wall and try to be quiet. Right?
No.
But we'll say it gives you advantage. Some of the other stuff, why not? I don't want to take it away from you, and otherwise we may not even be able to use it
Rope
sometime.
and everything.
Yeah, rope and maybe those climbing claws or something.
Success then.
Perfect. Sighelm climbs and drops off.
I will climb over, leaving rope down for Emery to follow me.
All right, you don't even
Can I actually do the
Go ahead.
Can I actually do the fog slightly to the left a little bit more to cover more of this open area, not necessarily exactly on them? Otherwise, they'll just walk out of the fog. Yeah, that's better.
And then Sighelm will run up the stairs and check out her boy there.
And then, do you need me to make a check also, Hobbs?
I don't think so. Not if there's a rope.
Okay.
Thelmar?
Almond. Yeah.
Thelmond, I guess.
We've called him so many different things. I'm not surprised you weren't sure what to call him. Yeah, so inside are Sherrod and Thelmond.
Do I know Sherrod?
I do believe one of you knows Sherrod, and it might have been the ranger that died.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He said that Sherrod is in league, and he's leading the party, the caravan astray. He was like the leader of the scouts.
I think it was
Do I
something
know
to do
this?
with a weird monkey god or something. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he told you guys.
Yeah. Well, he definitely told Emery, but
Do Thelmond and Sherrod, are they conscious, alive, healthy?
They are. It looks like Sherrod is unconscious. He looks like he's been heavily beaten, and so has Thelmond, but not as much for whatever reason. The kindly old priest seems to have somehow befriended. And and he says, Varnori, are you raiding here? What are you doing? Beware, Bartok. Bartok, you guys can hear, what is this fog? Guys talking, but they're speaking in a different language.
Quietly, we've come with Erx and Eddard to rescue you and take you back.
Erx and Eddard, they still live.
They do.
The other guy is, who are you? Who are you, louts?
Sherrod, I think.
Yeah, quiet, Sherrod, quiet. Keep calm.
And I'm Argosan too, so I come up there and that helps to calm him.
All right, so I think you guys can try and escape here.
Thelmond, can you climb? We have a rope over here.
Oh, I can try to use a rope. I'm an old man, but I'm not that old.
You go ahead with Emery. I'll help Sherrod.
All right, so I think you guys, why don't we just make a party retreat check, and we'll see if that works.
Before we do, I'm kind of wanting Thelmond to be escorted out by Emery so I can coup de grace Sherrod.
You're going to kill Sherrod?
Yeah.
All right.
If he got us into this mess, he's not coming out of it.
All right, this is funny. Way back in episode 2, I think, is where we discussed what was going on, and the players were deciding how their characters knew what was happening on the caravan. Why don't we make a deception check and see if Thelmond, just randomly, to see if it works out or not. Emery, you can do it if you want, or you can do it, Sighelm, if you want. I don't even think Emery knows he's being deceptive. So maybe Sighelm is probably the one.
Right.
If you don't have it, I think it is charisma in this situation. Ooh, a success. All right, yeah. So you guys start getting him out. There are the sounds of like these. The Ursins seem like confused, and they're like calling out to each other. And one seems to start be like, the one down here is moving. They seem to be coming up these stairs. And the one angrily shouts at the one and then pushes him. You can hear people shuffling around or the Ursins moving around in there. Thelmond and Emery head out, and Sherrod is trying to get to his feet. Thelmond just believing that Sieghelm is going to help him up. And I think
I'm going to act like I'm there to help him up, but then use my hatchet to cut his throat real quick.
All right, so I think we should add now that Sherrod was never an evil guy, but Elliot's character failed his check and believed that's what was going on.
So
Sieghelm's
I didn't say anything.
no patience for maniplators.
Do you remember that, Elliot?
Yeah, no, I do. I remember the time too. I was like, I'm not there. I'm not gonna say anything, and the character's dead, so he can't say anything anyway.
So I think
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a failure why we thought he was bad, but whatever.
Yes, it was. It was. As Sieghelm escapes over, one of the Ursin shifts out. Like he spots Sieghelm, lets out a loud roar.
Run for it.
All right, so what we're going to do, first I'm going to see if Bartok.
Is it the injured one?
It is. Ponak! He yells, and you can hear like the leader shout out. I was going to see if we wanted to do the chase rules, but he didn't make it. It looks like he doesn't give a shit. He's got his scorn here to do his bidding, so for some reason they kept him alive. I think you guys can run down the hill and escape. And I think in the interim, Thelmond lets you guys know that Bartok, they basically had forced these scorn into trying to do something. He's not sure what. But they know that one of the Ursins were killed, and Bartok was pissed about that because he wants to get into some kind of crypt or something and get the treasure, but a bat beast protects it in the hills to the west. Other than that, I think you guys can flee from here at this point.
And I let the others know that.
Yeah, what happened? What happened to Sherrod?
Not now, run!
His condition was no good. He started to fall over, and then the Urson started coming. They didn't make it.
You left him. Surely we can parlay. We can negotiate with Bartok. Perhaps if we can do something for him, then we can get Sherrod.
I have too many obligations to too many evil creatures at this point. I can't take on another one.
Including the evil soul that rests within Sieghelm's heart.
Don't worry about that. Let me just sell this jewelry and everything will be fine.
You still have a strange hunger.
I've been in the jungle for a week.
Just drink that alcohol and you'll forget about all this.
You're not hungry. I'm suspicious of you.
All right, yeah. So
and
you guys
don't want to be on my suspicion list, apparently.
No kidding. And so you guys escape into the night. All right. So it's 9:43. What do you guys want to do? Set up camp a few miles away.
I mean, it's definitely in the middle of the night by this point, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would say travel westward a little bit and look for a place that looks good to camp.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do indeed set up camp, and as far as you can tell, Bartok and the Ursins do not follow. who knows what the Ursons were up to and what horrible plots could be uncovered by questioning them.
Now, did you say we knew anything about Bartok at all? Did I miss that?
Thelmond had talked about him some.
Okay.
The leader of the Urson.
Right.
Yeah, how'd Thelmond fall in with them?
He heard Shararad's cries and approached and was allowed in because he helped deal with some other problems, like one of the Ursons was wounded and he tried to help him some. And
So Sharad was already with the Ursons.
he was already
And
captured.
he
Yeah.
lured Thelmond in.
Apparently, it's possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He sounds like a pretty sinister guy. If you guys really put the pieces together. I mean, shame he didn't make it and all. Be something to question him. But as it is, we might be better off without him.
Sounds like it. All right. So, what is the plan in the morning?
Well, I wanted to talk to Thelmond about, like, there's so many questions. First of all, like, why was any of this even happening? What were they looking for, if he knows?
Oh, he doesn't know. That isn't something he was privy to.
Okay. Then yeah, I would say we need to get out of this place as quickly as possible. Leave it behind.
Yeah.
Hey, Agonok Artist. I haven't seen you in the old gamerhood in some time. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the game. I think we might be wrapping up. I'm not sure. But are you guys just going to try to head out of the jungle then? Or do you have some other things that you might want to do? Or what's the plan?
Given the
unless-
time, I almost would say it might be better to end a little earlier this time and get the other guys to see if they want to like deal with that, investigate the bat demon or something else. I don't want to jump into something with if the other two guys were looking at something else.
Yeah, I would agree too. I mean, it seems like a reasonable stopping point because it seems like we have to make a decision on what is the last thing we're doing for the last 2 sessions, basically.
Right, we got basically two more sessions after this, right?
Or one or whatever. It doesn't have to go.
Up
2
to
sessions.
2 sessions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think it'd be worth checking with the other guys, see if there's kind of one last exploit they feel is worthy of our illustrious.
Well, because they're still potentially dealing with the Sin
Sorry.
Eater. If Thelmond wanted to do something with that, or if either of them wanted to do something with that, then there's also. Did you say there was a bat demon?
Thelmond was talking about Barkus dealing with
Bartok.
bat demon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bartok.
Yeah, Bartok
like
was
he's
saying
the
there was an
Urson?
issue. One of the Urson leader had a few things. Like he's doing something here, investigating or having those Scorn clean up the area. But then he was also saying something about a cave or a treasure in the buttes to the west, but it's protected by a bat demon.
okay.
Well, we could head
Yeah, so there's.
in that
Bat
direction
demons are-
anyway, since that's the way out of the jungle, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I think, like we say, we have been on session 7. Almost all of you guys. Oh, I know what we could do. So we could do your advance that you earned. That's a smart thing to work on here. Advance 110. So roll a D8. What'd you get? I'm talking to you, Nolabert.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. D8. 5.
A 5. So you are a second level rogue, correct?
Correct.
All right. So let's find. Oh, that's uncommon equipment. Let's find rogue here. So the way we do this is if you can get something at 3rd level, it says new skill. Not a class ability. Oh, so do you get another skill at 3rd level? I guess I don't know that off the top of my head. When do you get new skills? Is that in skills? Oh, it says new skill. I see. New skill at 4th and 8th level. So you don't get anything. Too bad for you, sir. Nice job with the albino marmosets. I will certainly add it into the next 2 times I run this campaign in those conventions that I had mentioned previously.
Sure. Just make sure Steve Gradzicki adds that in the author credits for the next round of the mid-runs.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen, but when I publish this adventure, I'm sure that he will accept it as canon, so maybe we'll get it in that way. All right, so you got any highs and lows, Elliot? Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. No, yeah, it was fun. I don't have too many lows. Like, I mean, obviously Taylor not being able to make it and still, a couple players out is never the best, especially here near the end. But other than that, wasn't any real lows. Highs, I thought the little dealing with the Urson was cool. Being able to be actually relatively successful at just getting in, getting out was nice.
Yeah, Robert.
I'd say the high was overall this whole session, everything went in our favor. So
No
that was
shit.
good.
What's going
The
on?
highs were our dice rolls. The lows are yours.
Yeah, it's cool to have Elliot back, so that's cool. I'd like to have Arlen and Taylor on the last ones.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Zach, you got anything to add?
Highs, I always enjoy something of a heist feel of things where, you can get in, get out, successfully do something without it turning into a chaotic mess of combat. It's nice when you can do some other exploits. That part was fun. Lows, miss the guys. Wish we had the full group together for it.
I think we should all take a moment and a moment of silence for poor Sherrod, since he didn't make it through. Since he didn't make it through the Urson escape, and I mean, I don't know if anyone has anything to add. He looks like he was truly a nice fellow and a great guy, and Thelmond, definitely wants to say some prayers that night at camp.
I think we'll all sleep better knowing he's not trying to lure us into any more Urson traps.
Oh, God. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm glad that we got a session in, because we did miss last week, if I'm not mistaken, because of sickness. No, it was going to be this week. Yeah, kind of quarantining from Heidi because we got some sickness in the house, and I don't want to make her any more sick than possible. So I only use the office at night. So anyway, I think that was a good game. Maybe we'll get some other guys. Maybe it'll only be one session. Maybe we won't even mess with the Buttes, and it'll just be an escape from the jungle, which surely nothing could intervene to stop y'all from escaping. Until next time, which will be Thursday night, Legendary Kalmata, and I believe it is 7:30. Let me look that up quick. Thursday at 7:30, Kalmata number 66. And then Lost Lake next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
The empire is emergent. The depths are full of chills. To delve in is urgent. And 6 feet under
Bye.